Okay. Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 176. We're still doing Dynaman. We're doing episode here. We're doing episodes 26, 29. Yeah, roughly 4 episodes. Because that's how much I got done. I wasn't going to do more, but I had to do these 4. Now, these 4 episodes, basically, the plot of these ones are pretty simple. The 4 monsters of these episodes, let's start with those first. We have Starfish Evo, Cacti City Evo, he's an interesting one. Stripped Mosquito Evo, and Cactus Evo. Starfish Evo. His plan is this. Kidnap a lighthouse owner, use his lighthouse to sink oil tankers. Oh, by the way, when he's captured, he's actually rescued halfway through the episode, which, that's interesting. I never thought that would happen. And by the way, they don't get him back, which is kind of weird. Excuse me. And, yeah, it's quite interesting, this one. It's quite of an odd episode, per se. It's like, sinking oil tankers. Okay, that's quite serious. In the case, next one. Yeah, a bunch of bugs, basically, just go all over frickin' Tokyo. Yes. Like, this one bug basically causes a bunch of, explosions by basically buzzing his wings. Thanks to Amplifier. There's a lot this one basically good stroll with it. It's a good standalone episode for this one. In the case of Strapped Mosquito. Oh boy. This one. It involves churning, basically have people become stiff, become basically doll humans. And there's no real plan here. It's like, okay, we churn these dudes, and what else are you going to do? Just have them die out that way? They don't really go into detail exactly why they want to do this. It's kind of weird. But in the case of the very next episode, oh boy, the plot of this episode is of sheer pettiness. We have Dyna Black on patrol, and just by sheer coincidence, he just happens to come across Cedia butt naked, swimming in the water. And what does he do? Steal her clothes. Yes, seriously. He steals her clothes. Dyna Pink wears them for a bit, and wears them a good chunk of the episode where she takes them off. And of course, Princess Cedia is like, I want revenge against Dyna Black. Give me this guy. I'm going to basically curse these people to have to get back my frick clothes. Yes, seriously. That is the plot of episode 29. Her getting revenge on Dyna Black for stealing her frickin' clothes. Yes, seriously. This is by far an episode done out of pure pettiness. Because a guy dares steal her clothes. So, they also have voodoo stuff in here, stab, 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 because all about revenge. And of course, they do ask him, what does she look like with her clothes? He's like, doesn't answer, because all he saw was her back. And, part of one of her breast. That's all he saw. And he's like, ooh. I thought this was quite funny, these are cool clothes. And then, of course, she starts hurting. And then eventually she does, they have this weird thing all these colors all get stabbed, except for the color white. Interesting. Of course, Dyna Black basically wears all white and eventually has, of course, that takes over outfit, changes clothes. And of course, he's like, oh, don't come this way. This girl getting changed. Yep. And then, of course, they get the clothes back to Sia. And of course, the monster's the one who has to block the Rangers from seeing her butt naked. Okay, this I thought was quite funny. You see her, wow, magically back her clothes that quickly. And then they start fighting. And then, of course, they go think of the monster. They go, that's simply, it's just so funny. Yeah, one of the most hilarious episodes of the series. One thing I forgot to mention in the last view of the series, starting episode 22, they started doing this with the monster battles. Well, the giant monster battles. Whenever they do Dyna Jump, they do this thing where they actually see the monster on the ground. When you see from the perspective of the Dyna Megazord or Dyna Robo, we see him looking down on the monster while it's in the air. Yes. Now, I thought it was quite interesting. Now, of course, they reused this shot a lot, but that was the most newest thing they did with this particular sequence. Is that we see the monsters actually see him jumping up really high. And can you believe this started with episode 22 of all things? Yes, 22. You're thinking, really? It did? Yeah, it did. Yep. But yeah, pretty good episodes. I would say the most 26 ways to get a good plot to them per se. 28, it's like okay. There's like no real follow to it. 29, it's just pure comedy. Oh yeah, steal the freaking clothes. Sadly enough, when it comes to the monsters of these episodes, the next four monsters are the last monsters of the original Evil Beast. Yeah, the last ones they used before they switch them up. Not the first time I've seen them do this, where they run out of monsters, like just basically switch them up because this one's not working, so let's switch up something else. But I think, okay, what is something they actually used? Like, well, let's see. Of the ones that came before this one, uh, no, this was the first one I did it with, where they do this thing where like half of the season, let's basically switch up the robots. Yeah, they basically started doing. This was actually the first one I did it with, where they actually switched monsters. Yeah, you might think, huh, that's interesting. Yeah, this actually was the first one I did it. And I know Bioman did it too, with Neo Emperor Gear. Now, Great Star Gurma, I don't know because I haven't watched that one yet. But what about the one for Flashman? Did they do with this one too, where they switch the monsters up? Uh, no, this one they kept pretty much the same monsters throughout of it. Actually, they switched up this one too. But Changeman, I don't really know because I haven't watched that one yet. Underground Tube did this one. No. This one actually kept pretty much the same monsters. Like, there was no change up here, per se. No. Vault, I don't think so. No. Yeah, so basically, of the ones that come afterwards, like, it's like only very few do. I mean, the Neo Empire gear, they did. Greek Share Empire, yes. Those two did. I'm not sure about Great Star League Gosma. I don't know about that one yet. But, yeah, still enjoying basically this one. I can't wait to put this behind me. Yeah. Oh, also, as this episode, because I got episode 29, I have gotten about 22 episodes left to go. I'd say the next 2 days. I'd say probably this weekend. I probably finish it up maybe at that point. Though I think I might finish up sooner with tomorrow. Might be to get that a little bit more tomorrow. Possibly, yes. Okay, next video. Next video is going to be Comic Corner. And that'll be pretty much it for tonight. Okay, next video. Bye.